Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and I do hope you've been smashing the markets through our analysis I've been doing so far on the channel, because it's been happening the way we predict it. So if you've been finding value in our previous content, I want you to watch this one. Also do it to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed to it. So here before us is the economic calendar. We'll be looking at it. It serves as a roadmap for our trading going into this coming week. And of course on Monday we have some red folder news across the EURUSD, GBPUSD and the United States dollar. On Tuesday, we have medium impact news for the USD. Wednesday, we have red folder news for GBPUSD and AUDUSD. Then on Thursday, we have red folder news for the United States dollar. And on Friday, GBPUSD, we have a red folder news. And this indicates that all through this week, there will be volatility across the USD crosses if you're trading them. So let's go to the charts. Let's start with the dollar index, and we are briefly going to review what price has done the previous week, as well as look into what price could do for the forthcoming week. So let's go to the monthly charts. So on the monthly time frame, we've seen how price has traded into this fair value gap, traded out of it, and we are seeing how price has dipped into this next fair value gap, and we are seeing price reacting from it. So this is what we are seeing on the week monthly charts. You can see this consolidation. You can see this consolidation. And see how price broke out of it, and you are seeing how price has retraced right to close or balance out the inefficiencies it's left on this price leg year to year as it's moved out of the consolidation. So what are we looking at precisely? We've seen how price has traded from here, and we are getting a reaction from this next inefficiency, this next imbalance here. We are getting a reaction from it. So what does this symbolize for us? It could be that price is just testing it and it will just continue its previous bullish move, continue this bullish move, or price could next week, price might just trade below it and continue trading downwards. So on the weekly chart, this is the monthly fair value gap. You saw how price dipped into it, didn't even trade to the midpoint of it, didn't even price dipped into it here, didn't even trade to the midpoint of it, and we are getting a reaction of it. So the next thing our eyes will jump into is this fair value gap here. So going into this week, we want to watch out to see if price will trade to this fair value gap and trade out of it. Price will trade out of it to be a continuation of that previous bullish move, and ultimately we might see price trading to this level as well as this level ultimately. But if this fair value gap here should hold price, and we are seeing price trading to the midpoint of it and getting a reversal, then to be a confirmation, when we see price trading closing entirely out of the fair value gap, probably on our daily time frame, if we get a full body candle close out of it, then we'll know that the next trading is we'll see price trading into this monthly fair value gap, or ultimately this weekly fair value gap. Let me bring it out. This weekly fair value gap, we just see price trading into it. So these are what we'll be expecting going forth into the coming week. Let's see the daily chart. So you see how price traded into it, and you can see how price, the body closed right at the bottom of the fair value gap here. So this we could be watching if price will give us a continuation out of it, then to trade into this zone and upward, or if it will act as resistance and price will continue trading downwards. So that is my bias of the dollar index. It's always about probability. If price will do this, then we do that. So we don't have full control over the market or what it does. We just react to what we see on price. Let's go to the EURUSD. This is the EURUSD, and this is the monthly chart. So on this monthly chart, we are seeing this fair value gap. Last week I told you, like, we're going to watch out to see how this fair value gap here will hold price. How will price react to it? How will price react to this fair value gap? How what I told you, like, are we going to see price trading out of it, then ultimately trade into this zone here? Trade into this zone here. So we have seen how price has dipped into it, and we'll be watching to see if that zone will act as resistance for price to continue selling, or if price will trade over it and take our liquidity resting here ultimately. Let's see the weekly charts. So you've seen how price has dipped into that zone, and again this weekly fair value gap is the next thing that will take your attention on the chart. So you'll be watching out to see how price will react on this fair value gap, right? So if price will continue trading into it to give us something like this, then we'll move back up. Or if price will trade and close outside of the gap, then give us a move to take liquidity resting here. But ultimately our bias is still bullish for this pair until we get a confirmation of a reversal downwards. Then we can start being bearish absolutely on this market. So let's see the daily chart. You can see this fair value gap, how it's acting as support for price. If it will act as support, then we'll continue the bullish move on this pair. But if price will close below, then we'll be looking to short the market to this point. But I'm expecting that price should react from this zone and will continue buying, right? But then let's just watch out and see. Start 4-hour charts. So this is the 4-hour chart, and you can call this a shift in market structure, which is an indication that we could be seeing bearish prices going into the week or trading down to this zone fair value gap here on the weekly time frame. So let's look at GBPUSD. Let's go to the monthly. For the GBPUSD, remember what we said concerning this pair last week. We brought out these zones, and I told you that you should leave it on your chart. We want to see how price will react on them because it's a monthly fair value gap, it's a monthly order block. So it's important that when price trades into such zones, you want to see how the market will react on them. And again, on the weekly, we saw how price dipped into our zone and we traced from it. But we'll be looking at what price will do if it would like to trade into this weekly fair value gap to give us that bullish move upwards, or if this fair value gap will be violated and traded out of, then we'll see the bearish move to riding it to this point, right? So those are some of the things we'll be watching out for. Ultimately, we are still bullish on this pair. So if this fair value gap here on the weekly time frame acts as support for price, we could see price trading into this fair value gap here on the weekly time frame, then ultimately trade into this old high to take institutional liquidity resting there. So these are my bias for the GBPUSD. So depending on what the dollar index will do, then we'll know what this pair will likely to. But ultimately, we are bullish on it. Let's look at gold. So this is gold. Let's look at the monthly charts. I've seen how price has traded above this high. Let's take it off. Then let's go to the weekly. Now on the weekly time frame, we are seeing this fair value gap here. So we want to see if price will retrace into it and continue buying, right? But our buyers on gold, we are still bullish on it. Okay, this is the daily chart, and we are seeing this daily fair value gap here. We are seeing how price is respecting it. So it's an indication that price may not trade into this zone, right? This weekly fair value gap before continue maybe next week, trade over it, dip into this zone and give us a continuation upward. We don't know. Whatever the market will choose to do, you have to watch this fair value gap, how price is reacting to it, and as well as this fair value gap. If you see price violating this and this, just know that the bearish move for gold will continue to this point here. So watch out for it. Let me see the 4-hour chart. Okay, you're watching to see if this gap will hold price, so you can get a sell to this point here, or and from there you get a buy setup to ride the trend back upwards. So let's look at EURCAD. For the EURCAD, remember our previous analysis on it. You remember this zone where price met resistance. So if you did not watch our previous video, I counsel you to go and watch it. You understand what this zone is all about. So let's go to the weekly chart. Now you've seen how price has rejected from this zone, and you are seeing how price is tapping into this fair value gap here. So if we see price trading completely out of this fair value gap, to be an indication that this bearish move will get to this point and this point. So if you see price maybe trading into this zone here and trading back, we'll be seeing some consolidation going into the next trading week, or we just see price breaking out of this zone and continuing its bullish move. But my bias for this is that be on the watch out to see if you actually get a reversal to sell this market downwards, because it has hit our key zone of resistance on the 3-month chart. So go and check it out on your chart. So this is the daily chart, and we are seeing how price has reacted away from it. The candlesticks are not showing any willingness that they want to even trade right into this zone. So watch out for that bearish reversal so you can keep selling this market. So this is the 4-hour chart. Look at this low. Let me take this off the chart. Look at this low here. Seeing how price has traded below it here, right? So you want to see if you can get a continuation downwards, right? You can see this 4-hour fair value gap. Price is not showing any willingness to trade out of it. You can see how it's holding price, acting as resistance. So all of these are confirmation that we should keep selling this market until, like, you can see liquidity resting here and here. So these are my buyers for all of this pair going into this forthcoming trading week. I wish you good luck in your trading. Do like and subscribe, share our videos, leave a comment for us until next week.